3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 543. I am Brian Kilby, and with me this week, a smaller crew than normal, but a mighty crew indeed. We have Matt.
Hey.
Chris.
Yo.
Don.
No.
Diecast.
Present.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Excellent.
I have my Jolt Cola in my right hand, a Rockstar in my left hand, and I'm doing pretty good. It's pretty good.
I have Walmart green apple flavored water, which is actually pretty good.
I bet it is. You know, a lot of that Walmart stuff is actually really good, surprisingly so. It's gotten a lot better.
Of course, a lot of the stuff I liked from Walmart over the years, they've done away with. So,
like what?
You know. They used to have in the 1 liter bottle that wasn't like seltzer water. It was a pink grapefruit soda.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you have to kind of like sour stuff a little bit, but it wasn't bad at all.
I
think they still have a regular like 2 liter grapefruit flavored soda too, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, they used to have for the fall, like a cider, like an apple cider in the 1 liters, but they stopped carrying that a couple years ago too.
Yeah. They used to have a really awesome, they may still have it, wild cherry water, carbonated water, maybe, I forget. Kim really liked it. Yeah, so let's see here. What do we got going on this week? So, if you're catching the show before Saturday, November 4th, we are not participating in Extra Life this year because no time. Because this is National Podcast Post Month, we are doing extra podcasts to account for all of the awesome that we're trying to do in National Podcast Post Month. But Extra Life is this weekend. Extra Life is the 24-hour, in this case 25-hour game stream for charity. So my buddy Mike, who is on our show, RPG Lessons Learned, is doing a 25-hour game stream. And all proceeds...
Wow.
Yeah, I know. All proceeds from your generous donations go to help kids. It's pretty awesome.
How do you stay awake that long?
He does it. So last year, between Jason and I, did anybody else participate? I don't remember. I don't think... It was fun. I had a blast, but
Did John not stream any?
I don't remember. But it was a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
But Mike is doing it this year. Actually, I can tell you the games he's going to be playing. But you can go to tfradio.net/EL to participate. Oh, he doesn't have his game list up. Oh, it's on his Twitch. Which I don't know why it's on his Twitch and not. Okay, so PUBG. I have no idea what that is.
Player Unknown Battlegrounds.
Then he's doing that for 2 hours. Then the Shadow of War game, which is the new Lord of the Rings game. He's doing that for 3. Cuphead for 4 hours. Battlefield 1 for 2. Overwatch for 2. South Park Fractured for 4. Fallout 4 for 4 hours. I may stay up for that. And then the last 4 hours, he's playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And he's about $500. He's about $400 away from his goal of $1,300. All proceeds go to the Children's Miracle Network Hospital, network of hospitals. I think this one is Levine Children's Hospital in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's pretty awesome. I've donated. I think if you guys wanted to donate, it would help kids. That'd be awesome. So tfradio.net/EL. Also, this year, we've always done Operation Beehive, which was the Toys for Tots drive that we do each year to get all the Bumblebee and Shellformer toys off the shelves. And, kids love toys, and they don't know that, Bumblebee is not necessarily the coolest character. So if you buy a Bumblebee that's on the shelf, it helps clear off old stock so they can put new stuff on. But there's hardly any Bumblebee toys this year.
Good job, Hasbro.
Yeah. So we were calling it Operation Clean Sweep because of all of the Scourges on the shelf, but those are starting to disappear too. So right now I'm waffling between Operation Clean Sweep or Movie Wave 1 for the holidays. So whatever you want to call it, buy toys that you don't want.
Yeah,
and
buy Transformers.
Buy Transformers that are on the shelf.
Well,
Shelfformers.
It doesn't even have to be Transformers. That's just topical here.
It's topical. Yeah, it's true. Buy whatever that you want to buy and donate it to Toys for Tots when the boxes are out starting, I guess it's later this month or early next month. So I hate to say, I donated a bunch of toys to Toys. I don't hate to say that. I'm very happy to say I donated a bunch of toys to Toys for Tots last year. But I was the only person to drop anything off into the drop box at my local Toys for Tots.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I hate to say, I don't even think I went to any stores last year that had Toys for Tots boxes. Which is
it might be the only toy they get for Christmas. So that would be awesome. Anything else? Anybody get anything? Diecast, you get anything?
Yeah, I did. Something really cool that popped up last week was the Toy Hacks. They were doing some stickers for Titans Return Windblade. So I picked up those stickers. They were like the penny stickers. And I'm not really a big fan of that toy, so I'm hoping that these repro labels are going to help it out a lot.
You know, they're labels, not magic.
And then I also got the stickers for Full Tilt, because I think that needs a little bit of something. He's just a little bit too purple for my taste.
He's not purple enough. Just scrape all the paint off of it.
And then I also got some tower stickers for
Tripticon,
yes, purple.
There are too many freaking stickers with that. I haven't applied a single sticker that I own.
And there's a lot of stickers on this thing.
I haven't put any stickers on any of my Titans.
Yeah, Metroplex, I still have a sticker sheet. Fort Max still has that. I still have the sticker sheet. That's just going to stay that way forever.
And the tower stickers I got 2 of, so I'm not sure if I ordered wrong or if they included an extra or if there's supposed to be 2 sets. But I'm excited. I do like from time to time getting some repro labels because they're awesome. And
yeah, they are awesome.
I also got Fans Toys Coot, which is their Masterpiece Cup, and he's lovely.
You know, I mean, I know you love it because it's a Fans Toys thing, but like I've seen a lot of pictures of that, and the only thing I think they really kind of nailed was the robot's face.
Yeah.
Everything else just seems a little bit weird and
I
off.
like the vehicle mode. I think they got the vehicle mode right.
Yeah, I think
Definitely,
they got the vehicle mode right and the robot mode.
I mean, it's too big, but other than that.
Well, yeah, the robot mode, the backpack is just, everything is just sort of folded up on the backpack, and when he transforms, he explodes out and then reconfigures.
It's pretty.
I mean, when a process like that is done well, it's something I can enjoy. Age of Extinction Galvatron was a very simple variation on that concept. I really liked how they executed that because it had like the automatic backpack collapse thing too. Like that was a really clever utilization of what had to be a shell former entirely, but that can go bad so quickly.
And the Target Master, probably one of the best Target Masters I've played with. Just really solid. Tolerances are great, and it even has a waist swivel due to the design, which is really, really cool. And the handle, when you flip it up, that holds it, locks the waist swivel in place.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, it's a really cool... The only thing is he could have used a little bit more paint, because his chest is just flat black. But I'm probably just going to throw an Autobot. Hopefully, I've won small enough that I can throw an Autobot symbol on it just to kind of bring the dullness down a little bit. But yeah,
dress it up some. Yeah,
he's really nice.
Yeah, I can't wait to get an official Masterpiece Cup. Great idea.
I mean, you may be waiting for a while.
Yeah.
What are they going to repaint that as?
Orion Pax.
Orion Pax, yeah.
Masterpiece Orion packs.
Well, I mean, at
It
some
could happen.
point.
Yeah, it could
We
happen.
do have a masterpiece Star Saber, so nothing's really out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Well,
Masterpiece Fire Convoy is out of realm of possibility.
Well, we're
Also,
talking about things that
Masterpiece
people
are-
want.
Yeah.
So is Masterpiece Armada Optimus,
they might could repaint Cup into maybe Masterpiece Firestar, maybe. Because she had a similar
Yeah.
silhouette.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be like a straight repaint thing. It just has to be they have to plan to design the mold so that it's got, X number of alternate parts so they can rebuild it as something else more character specific.
Funny, where Wheelie was made into Dion, Cup really looks more like Dion from a body perspective, really.
I heard they're working on a Masterpiece Blur. That way they can make a Masterpiece RC.
Oh, man.
No,
Okay.
that's a big Masterpiece Chrome Dome for that.
What else, Diecast? What else you got?
Oh, that was it.
That
Just
was
those
it?
two. Yeah. It
Oh,
was
wow.
a, it
Slow
was,
week for you.
it
This
was
will be
a
like
non-box of Taobao week.
5 minutes. Matt, did you get anything?
Yes, I did.
Thank God.
So I got the Iron Factory Swindle and Brawl, the little pocket-sized ones.
Oh, nice.
They are really, really nice. The tolerances on these things are super tight, though. Whenever I had them back in vehicle mode, I actually had to use a device to pry the legs back out.
Wow.
From
Did you have to use
vehicle mode.
WD-40 to put them back into vehicle mode?
Oh no! Don't use WD-40
I was
on
joking.
toy plastic.
I was joking.
No. So yeah, I really like these things. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the set. I think
Use vegetable
like
oil.
the individual figures are nice. I really think the selling point is going to be the combined Bruticus mode, though.
Oh, yeah.
And I got the Perfect Effect White Optimus.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I didn't even know that was out yet. That's nice.
Yes, it
Have you
is.
installed it?
I have not. I'm just. It looks so nice like this. I'm just enjoying it like this for a while. So I ordered these things directly after we recorded last week. So 10:30, 11 o'clock at night on Wednesday. I ordered these from ages 3 and up, and they were on my porch before noon on Saturday.
Wow. That's good.
I think
ridiculous.
this is the fastest I've ever gotten anything delivered, except for the time I'm pretty sure Orson teleported my Masterpiece Megatron to me from from Captured Prey. So
Well, now, did you get Grotesque from Hasbro Toy Shop?
yeah.
Okay, so that could have been about as fast then.
But yeah, and it looks like the combined mode feet they snap together. It looks like it's going to be some kind of trailer extension for the eventual Onslaught mold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm guessing it won't be super kibbly when it's done, which is always a nice touch.
There you go. An Autobot emblem on him helps a lot.
Oh, nice. Except he's blurry. There you go.
Yeah, well, stupid camera.
Chris,
So-
you get anything?
Yes. My Legends Trigger Happy came in yesterday. It was supposed to be here on Monday, but DHL decided to send the package for an extra 24 hours for no particular reason.
Nice.
As
Well, at
far as
least you
Trigger
got
Happy
yours.
goes, as far as Trigger Happy goes, I honestly think I like the Hasbro Deco better. There's a little bit more to it. I kind of like, but I also kind of hate the whiter white plastic because I see this like slight blue tint to it, so it still doesn't look pure white to me. And at that rate, I think I'd rather have like the warmer off-white the Hasbro one is, and I also like the face deco on the Hasbro one better. But like the parts fit and tolerances are pretty good, probably better than any of the Hasbro Trigger Happies I've handled, including the 2 I own for reasons. The Target Master blowpipe,
Is it?
probably.
I don't know.
Sure.
We'll go with that. So Crack Pipe is a fairly different design from the Autobot Target Masters, where there's no waist joint on this. So there is actually an independent neck joint, which there's no point trying to demonstrate because my camera can't focus that close anyway. But like the whole body hinges apart so that the barrel and legs can fold over. The only downside with that is that the barrel does not itself have a way to secure in place, so you have to use the legs to tab it and hold it that way. But that pretty much means you're totally dependent on the tab tolerances holding up correctly. Otherwise, you're not going to have a gun that will ever stay aligned. There's also no place for the arms to like go or smooth into in gun mode. They just stick back like that. I'm not really a fan of that. But it's interesting to have an alternate transformation engineering, to a limited degree from Cup and Hot Rod's Target Masters, which, aside from having detailed differences, were basically identically engineered toys. The other thing I got was Robots in Disguise Twinferno, which means I'm done with Robots in Disguise now.
Did you get Thermidor?
So I got this off of the Toys R Us website. They didn't have any of the other figures from that wave in stock.
But why are you done?
Because I like Bisque better than Thermidor in terms of deco.
Okay.
What was the other? Oh yeah, Bludgeon's in that wave too, and I don't like how that looks either. So I was able to get this with a 15% off coupon code that the Toys R Us website had running, which knocked off my sales tax and a little bit more. Then used $10 in rewards points. So I got this with express shipping, where it was to my house 2 days later, for less than I would have paid walking into a store and just buying it outright.
That's amazing.
Yes, I was thinking of you the whole time, Don. Well, except for the 15 minutes I was cursing at the Toys R Us website because it wouldn't actually complete the transaction until I tried 3 different browsers.
Yeah, I've had that same problem before.
Yeah. So Twinferno is a really interesting visual design. It's not so great as a toy. It feels to me a lot like a throwback to early Robots in Disguise Warrior engineering. It doesn't feel like it has a lot of the advancements they made over the last year and a half or so. So that's a little bit of a letdown, but I really love the weird stealth bomber water skimmer dragon ship thing it turns into. And the robot's cool too.
That's nice.
Plus it's got these crappy flame effect parts that you can totally plug in the feet and have them fly around. Of course, you need a stand that'll hold them. There's no 3mm port on the toy for a stand to plug into, so you kind of just gotta make do. But you can totally have goofy fun with it. And I think that's all I got for this week.
Cool. Don?
I picked up an extra slug slinger. I walked into Toys R Us the other day, and it was just
beat me to it.
Yeah, and it was just literally just. And there wasn't any of the other wave. It was just a lone slug slinger sitting on the shelf, and I figured, I'll need a spare for something. So yeah.
Okay, nice. So like I said, I didn't buy anything, but the Legends movie Vortex mold fell off my shelf and onto my desk, and I have it in my left hand here. So that's something, right? From 6 years ago.
I mean, by that token, I opened up a bunch of stuff I've had for 2 or 3 years.
I saw. What was it again?
Legends Nightbird, Slipstream, and also the Transformers Adventure Roadblock I got at the last BotCon.
Nice.
Or was it the one before that? No, probably last BotCon.
Cool. Let's jump to this week in history.
All right.
1988. The Super God Master Force episode, God Jinrai Showdown on the Surface of the Moon, premieres in Japan. One of Don's favorite episodes.
It was a really fun episode. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, nothing really I want to talk about because we did an entire RFC rewind. God, my brain's not working. It's been so long since we've done one of those. We did an entire RSC rewind on that. That was really good, and I think it went about 20 minutes. I'll link to it, or you can just search tfradio.net in the search box. Showdown on the Surface of the Moon, and it shows up. And it's not the dub, I think. I think we actually did the sub for that.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
We probably did because it's kind of hard, or it was, to find the dubbed version of Master Force.
That's true. I've got it, but that's true. 1983. An exclusive sales license granted by Takara allows Hasbro to distribute their Diaclone and Micro-Change toys on the United States market as the Transformers. It's kind of important for us.
Nah. Are you sure?
It's that was a high water mark for us as Transformers collectors.
Transformers was born in 1984, but it was conceived in November of '83.
Yeah. Interesting. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have gotten GoBots. Just imagine how terrible that would have been.
Oh yeah, that would have been. Where would we be right now?
Yeah, Machine Robo would have been over in Japan, and Galoob, or was it Tonka? Tonka would have had no reason to bother to get them in very quickly to get them on the market first.
But that means we would not have a Tux, and
or
that would
Spacey.
be that's an actual crying shame that
Spacey.
not have a Tux.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Yeah, but yeah, that's important. That's really important. And Transformers Hasbro and Takara have had a really weird relationship since.
And it makes sense that you would confuse Tonka and Galoob since Hasbro ended up acquiring both of them over the years.
Yeah. Actually, and so they bought Tonka, Galoob, Kenner, Parker Brothers. They acquired a bunch. They are nearly a monopoly, except for I think Mattel actually has does Mattel still have a wider market cap than they do? I think they used to.
I think so, yeah.
I don't understand that. Can't wrap my head around it. People must like the wrestling figures.
It's Barbie. I think that's what still puts Mattel over the top.
Interesting. And in 1998, the Beast Wars episode Deep Metal premieres in the United States. I love Deep Metal, but mostly because I love Depth Charge. He is the most stereotypical action hero Beast Wars, gritty action hero Beast Wars character possible. And he's cranky, he's gritty. Matt lost his internet connection. It's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think your favorite Depth Charge moment is in Feral Scream, though.
Was it Feral Scream when was that when he killed Rampage?
No, it's and to think I was wondering who to shoot first.
Oh, that line, yeah. Oh yeah, Megatron, yeah. That's such an awesome scene. Yeah. But no, my favorite. God, which episode is it? It's not Nemesis Part 1. Is it Nemesis?
Yeah, it's Nemesis Part
1 when he actually kills Rampage. That's my favorite scene. But and to think I was wondering who to shoot first is my second favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this toy, even though that was just a really.
It's a clunky toy.
It's a clunky toy, but I still like it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
It's
the gun
it's visually. Yeah, it's visually a very. There's nothing else like him really in the line.
Like how many other Transformers turn into disc shooters in robot mode? Really?
Right. Well, certainly not ones with body internal mechanisms.
I mean, yeah.
I think there's one or two others that could launch discs through other mechanisms, but not an enclosed gun.
Yeah, other than I remember an auto roller did it from Japan, and there's not many other than that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yep, that is Depth Charge. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to the news. Not really a big item this week. But
there was the one thing, HasCon 2019 announced.
So it's kind of funny. Kim was listening to. She wasn't intentionally listening to it, but Kim was listening to the RSC Daily Transformers News Update because it happened to be playing on our flash briefing this morning, and she was like, "Oh, HasCon's coming back," but she didn't catch the part where I said it was in 2019. So she was like, "We should take Oliver to that next year." And I'm like, no. I'm like, how old will he be? I didn't hear the next year part. And she's like, he'll be 2. And I'm like, no, he'll be 3. And
I didn't catch that either.
Yeah, it's 2019.
Oh.
Yeah, so HasCon is coming back in 2019. It's such a monumental amount of work, and it's not really anybody's day job that, they want to let it simmer and do the best job that they can. I'm okay with that, with the exception of we really don't have a BotCon. I love TFCon.
That we know of.
Yeah, well, that's true. I love TFCon. I really love TFCon. TFCon replaces 85% of BotCon for me. but that Hasbro representation is not there. And it leaves me a little bit empty. And that's what I liked about HasCon. But the rest of HasCon sort of leaves me more empty. Even though it's an awesome experience, it's not what a middle-aged man like me wants with no kids. If I had kids, it'd be great. But I don't. So, yeah, 2019. I wasn't really thinking that I would go back, but since Kim wants to take her nephew, maybe I will. It was a lot of fun, especially the Nerf gun, whatever that was. What would you call that? A course diecast?
Arena.
Yeah, and arena is probably a better way of putting it. That was a blast.
Oh, I thought it was like a Nerf firearms training course.
Nerf war games. That was a lot of that was a blast. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I just don't have kids, and I would just rather go, haggle for like Beast Wars second toys. I think I enjoyed that. It's like, yeah. How much is this moon? I'll give you $8. Okay, I'll give you $9.50. Yeah.
Which that for some reason just makes me think of that time with JD at BotCon with the table of figure arts.
Well, I don't remember the figure art story. I remember when he got screwed out of his movie Optimus Prime that he got autographed by Peter Cullen, and he traded it for a $9 Encore Ratchet.
One of the dealers at BotCon that year had figure arts, like Forza stuff, I guess, and priced fairly in line with Amazon pricing at the time, I think. And JD was like, it was like $38 or $39. I'll give you, $30, $35 for it. Dude says, no, $45.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I remember that. I was thinking that was Beast Wars toys, actually, but yeah. I remember it happening.
No, you bought a Beast Wars toy from the same dealer, and then JD was mad at you.
Yes, that's right. That's right, yeah.
He was mad at you, even though you had no way of knowing that that was the same dealer or that had happened to JD, an hour earlier.
Because not everybody knows every single story that we've ever told. Like for the two people that remember the story, I'm sorry. So JD won because there was a lottery to actually get to meet Peter Cullen at that BotCon. JD won the opportunity to meet Peter Cullen and get an autograph. So he bought, I guess it was Revenge of the Fallen. Or maybe Dark of the Moon.
I was thinking it might have been a 2007, the premium edition.
It was something, but it was
it was something unusual.
It was an Optimus Prime that he paid like $30 or $40 for, and he got it autographed by Peter Cullen. So what does he do? He decides he's going to go trade it, and he trades it for a frickin' Encore Ratchet, which at some point after that was literally selling for like $10. From Big Bad Toy Store.
So he made out.
Yeah, he sure did.
So, quickly flashing back to our Operation Beehive discussion, Rob has just emailed a suggestion the last night before Christmas.
Oh, that's
pretty good.
A couple people in the chat suggested Operation the Silent Night, but the last night before Christmas, that's it.
Yep. Yeah, I think Rob Play wins on that one.
That wins. The last night before Christmas. That will go on good. Yeah. That's going to be the name of this week's episode. Last. Perfect. I am always looking for an episode name during the show, and I always forget to write it down. But yeah, so HasCon 2019. Not a lot in the way of details in their press release. They're just, they're letting it go so that they can make it better.
Because there are no details yet.
Yeah. Well, we know the date and we know the location. It's September 6th through 8th at the same location, the Rhode Island Convention Center and Dunkin' Donut Center. Diecast, do you think the location is the right location? I mean, it's literally right beside of their office, so it's right for them. But would you change it if it was up to you?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit too far northeast for the U.S. So I think U.S. wise, it's wrong. But I like the location, and I like the arena, or I like that you had basically the convention center and it hooked right on to that arena, which was nice.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not too happy that they're not doing it every year.
Well, I mean, they could go every year. They're just not doing it in 2018.
Right. Which means
they probably do not have dedicated headcount to this.
It almost feels like they're forgetting about us for a year.
I don't think they're forgetting.
We're putting us off, oh yeah, this is going to be the new thing, but we're going to take a year off.
I think they probably learned they bit off more than they could easily chew. It's probably more than anything else.
Well, I mean, they kept saying we're learning from the first event. We're learning from the first event.
And they learned that they couldn't do another one within a year.
It wasn't a bad event.
It wasn't. It was awesome, really.
A couple minor tweaks.
Yeah.
And you're there. So, but, And
they're going to take a year off to make those minor tweaks.
So, one suggestion that Kim and I were actually talking about this on the way home today, and she said, "Do you think Flo Rida will be back?" And I'm like, "I hope not." And it's not that he wasn't awesome. He was awesome. It's not my kind of music, but he was awesome. But also, I can't imagine they made their money back on having Flo Rida. And the girl, I can't remember her name, that was there. Dea, who was there the night before. I mean, she probably had, 150, 200 people in the audience.
Yeah.
And she is apparently a platinum record-selling artist, or platinum artist.
It felt like a private show.
It felt like a birthday party.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. So, I enjoyed it. Again, not necessarily the thing for me, but if I take my nephew, I think it'll be a lot of fun. And but the venue is weird. Like that Marvel Legends panel should probably be in the arena. And the Transformers panel should probably be in the room that the Marvel Legends panel was in. Because I
think the Transformers panel was light
because it's the first thing.
It was the first thing, and everyone was in line for the exclusives.
I wasn't.
There also seemed to be some scheduling
was
confusion depending on which source you looked at, so I don't think that helped either.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think that's a good point, though. Scheduling the Transformers panel against the first availability of the show exclusives is probably not the best recipe here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should have been like the My Little Pony time slot or something.
No, nothing like that. Just like an hour before any panels are scheduled to start, you open the store then.
Yeah.
With 4 or 5 cashiers so you can get people moving through quickly. Get most of the people who want their exclusives in and out of there so they can go do the events when they start happening.
Right.
So, XVU posted this on Sunday, a prototype for last night movie MP style hot rod was discovered. Do we know any more details on this? Like who it's from? Anything like that?
The name associated with it is TF Evo, and I think it's a new company that has not done figures before. I have not found reference to them doing other stuff, but I also didn't look very hard. But from the way the prototype looks, I'm kind of intrigued that this is their first production. Yeah,
I can't believe it. Somebody involved with this has made this stuff before because it is.
Yeah,
it looks fully
I'm sure
formed.
It's a collaborative effort.
I'd like to answer the question that we've asked multiple times, as where is third party going to go after G1? Well, I think it's becoming more and more apparent it's going to movie.
That's probably where the money is.
There's some decent stuff, like stuff I wouldn't buy. I would never think I would buy a third-party movie Optimus Prime, and I saw that Unique Toys one, and I pre-ordered it. So, and the Lockdown too. The Lockdown, I'm still amazed by Unique Toys how they made that. It doesn't even look like it transforms. Like you can't even tell what that transforms into. They did such a nice job, and I think that the real key of what they did with Lockdown is they're making parts look like other parts on the other side. So as opposed to it just being a flat panel and it flipping over and you see the back of a door, they're actually sculpting that into a body piece, which is really, really nice that they're doing that. So, and we all know the movie stuff is popular over in Asia. So I think that's why we're seeing this move towards the movie.
Well, it was until the last night happened.
Well, I mean, the last night went down, but it still did better over there than it did over here. So
short measurement there, Diecast.
Over where? China?
Asia, yeah, China, Japan.
Did it?
Yeah. As far as I remember.
It did make more money in China than it did here.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't recall the Japanese numbers offhand, though. But I can't imagine it did very well.
Okay, so Hero X, formerly Million Publishing, we have a photo of the cover of the Generations 2018 book. So looking at it, you will see the Hero Megatron, Hot Rod, Target Master Hot Rod, 6-Shot. Who's that in front of 6-Shot?
I don't know. I don't have it open.
The wing transformer.
It's a show off of stuff that's coming between now and like March.
Yeah. So I can't really tell from this if there happened to be an exclusive what it might be. I don't think there's any way to infer.
Ever really an indication from the cover.
Okay. I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Like the actual production book could have like a sticker on it or something saying, order form inside for whatever, but this is just an art sample, so. And again, that's if there is an order form in this book for an exclusive toy. We don't know for sure whether there is or not.
You know what we need to do? Rampantly speculate on what it could be.
I say, when's the last time one of these came out without a figure associated with it?
Once a year, every year. There's usually two Generations books. One has
a toy and one
an order form, one doesn't. But I think only one book came out for 2017. This one, I think, was supposed to be the volume 2 for this year, but now they've pushed off to be the 2018 volume. So I don't know if that's going to change the math a little bit for it. If you want wild speculation, I want the bludgeon from the Hardhead mold that was in the eHobby Magna Convoy comic, I think.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be.
I would take a Scourge as a DevCon with a new head.
Okay, kind of low-hanging fruit, but I can see it.
Indeed.
So it's typically, it has been, at least for the last few years, a Japanese exclusive character, more or less. We've had Artfire, we've had Stepper.
Go Shooter.
We've had Go Shooter. Even though Stepper came out here as...
Oh, Shoki.
Yeah. So... probably, if we had to guess, it's also going to be a Japanese exclusive character just because history has shown that. Nothing's mandating that, but I think it probably would be. Do we have a Metal Hawk? No, we're getting a Metal Hawk this coming in I forgot that. Oh god, we're getting a Metal Hawk. That's crazy.
They could take one of those two headmasters from the God Generai box set. They could give us a Minerva or a Cab.
Yes, I was thinking Minerva. There's a lot of stuff they could do. This is exciting. Hopefully there will actually be an order form.
I think Chris has hit the nail on the head, though, with the hard head as a bludgeon, because, I mean, we've seen somebody has laid the groundwork for that in a comic, so I think it's a pretty safe bet.
Ooh.
I can't imagine either that eHobby has, like, exclusive dominion over... we put this in our comic so nobody else can do it. It's all Takara property.
So, no, what I'm thinking right now... because we have Heroes Megatron there, we could get Hero Megatron as bludgeon. Probably not, but it could happen. There's the historical threads that could make that.
I know. It's a bit of a reach, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be more meaningful for, our side of the ocean, where there was the Black Convoy, the Red Scourge and Bludgeon thing through KB, which is not really a connection that Japan has between...
That's true. Okay. Let's see, moving along, we have...
It's XP's job to ruin everyone's fun!
Well, speaking of ruined fun, Zeta Toys unofficial MP scale Superion. We have the first look at the combined form.
You know what they named this?
Kronos.
Did they?
Buy it and burn it, diecast.
Why would they want to do that?
I don't know.
I don't hate it.
Now,
it's just incredibly boring.
Is this the one we saw at TFCon?
I don't remember. I didn't pay attention to what was in the cabinet at TFCon.
I think this is the one that was being sold in the baggings with the.
This wasn't in the cabinet. Somebody had oversized aerial bots on the table right next to
that was not
Big Can.
Yeah, that's not this.
It's not this.
No. This looks actually really good.
Looks really boring.
This is the
it's Superion.
Combiner War Superion is pretty awesome.
Yeah, but Superion has a great balanced look. It's just also very boring.
It doesn't help either that they're rerunning 2 aerial bots for the limbs. Like, it'll probably look a little bit better when there's more color variation, as much color variation as Superion ever has, unless it's G2.
Oh, I don't have it handy. I just remembered something I got this week that's sort of relevant to this, kind of.
Was it a baggie of gold dust?
No, it was one of those Tuesday morning knockoffs. It was the Computron. But it had the 2 limbs that were wrong. So.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's like half Computron, half Stunticons or something.
Yeah. It's vaguely relevant to this.
Very vaguely,
it's just weird. Okay, so not I wouldn't buy this anyway, but if I was inclined to, I still wouldn't. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, you kind of hit the point for me. Like, there's Combiner War Superion, which, as far as I'm concerned, is probably the best Superion that will ever exist.
Yes.
Why need anything else?
It's not big.
It would scale better with Titan Devastator, probably.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm reaching for any reason anybody might have to be interested in that.
It's masterpiece scale.
So let's go ahead.
Scale on Transformers is generally a losing proposition, and the only time I think that you really win that by mixing and matching between product types, product lines, is what you did, Matt, buying a Hulky for your Titans Return broadside.
So this is boring. Let's jump to something that we think is not boring. Iron Factory's Decepticon Justice Division Combiner. You guys have to love this, right?
No.
Really?
Some of those figures are like $60 or $70.
Yeah, it's going to cost over $200 to get this whole set completed.
I love that it's a little Tarn.
I think they look good.
It's Tarnception.
I think, I mean, them coming together to just make another Tarn is kind of a misstep.
I love that.
Not very interesting. And it's only really 4 of them combining because the little Voss is just going to be his gun. So
I think this is ridiculous and wonderful.
I mean, making Voss be the gun, to me, is better than trying to shoehorn him in as an integral body part.
Yeah.
All things considered. The problem is, I am so over the DJD. At this point, I think the only third-party DJD toy I would buy would be Kaon, and that's just to have a Transformer scale electric chair.
It's a really nice one too, but I'm going to finish my Mastermind set before I even consider starting another set with the Iron Factory because I love the scale. Iron Factory does a great job with this scale, but I already have one DJ team to finish first before I even consider going to another scale with it.
And, they did release, like, a promo image with renders of Voss and, Helix and Tesserus as proof of concept that they're going to do them. So
yeah, we talked about that last week on the show, actually, and they had they made a nickel as well.
Yeah.
Which surprised me. So
made in nickel. Your mom made in nickel.
Ah,
I had to say that.
classic.
Boy, that's old school. We
Yeah, I
haven't
know.
done that in a while.
So this one kind of feels redundant because Chris already has his Trigger Happy, but we have in
And I opted not to get Kickback or Brawn.
Yeah, I have Kickback and Brawn on the way. LG47.
I am absolutely getting Brawn.
Yeah.
Just not yet.
LG47 Kickback and Clouder, LG48 Brawn and Repugnus, and LG49 Target Master Trigger Happy. In-hand photos.
I've got a gallery in the works for Trigger Happy too, which hopefully will go up tonight.
I love Brawn. I love Repugnus. It's all win.
I'm vaguely tempted to go back around and get Kickback because I've seen that Clouder head put in use. It turned out really nice, and Kickback does look a little better than the Hasbro one, but I was so underwhelmed with that Kickback mold. I don't know if I want to buy it a second time.
They just have like
I thought the
RID
mold-
stickers on them.
Does
Do
it?
what?
What?
The Insecticons. It looks like Bombshell and
Oh yeah, because
Shrapnel.
they're
Yeah.
released in the Transformers Adventure brand.
okay.
Yeah. But I have no problem with the Kickback mold. It's not something that I feel the need to buy again because the Takara one is so superior to the Hasbro one. Like, I don't think there's enough of a difference to go out and rebuy this Legend scale. Unlike Brawn, who is, done in the correct olive drab colors.
Oh, I hate the
Which
color.
I need. Love it.
Yeah, the Insecticons match even less than the Hasbro versions do. It's kind of ridiculous and hilarious.
Yeah, so like you could conceivably buy 6 Insecticons, and none of them will match each other.
That's awesome and sad.
Yeah.
I still expect a 3-pack from Takara at some point where the decos actually match on these things.
Cool. Hey, Matt, you're going to be robbed this week, so just keep that in mind. Hey, let's go ahead and jump to our Amazon plug. Guess what? The holidays are coming. Christmas, Kwanzaa. What's the other one? I forget. Festivus, Hanukkah. Festivus was what I couldn't think of. That's all coming. So gifts are involved. So if you want to buy gifts for people, Amazon's the way to go. And you should go to tfradio.net/Amazon to do your purchases. Now, here's what I'm saying. Everybody already uses Amazon. And it's, you might think, hey, it's a pain in the butt to actually type in your URL, tfradio.net/Amazon. Well, what you can do, just type that in once and bookmark it. Put it in your browser favorites bar and just click that when you want to buy something from Amazon. It takes no time, no additional time at all to do it. And it helps us out. Like, really, it helps us out. That's how we pay for the show. That's how we cover the many expenses that the show has. We're talking thousands of dollars a year. Oh my God, thousands of dollars a year. So
Don't think
Don't
about
say
it.
that too loud. Kim will hear you.
tfradio.net/Amazon. But we also actually got a nice donation this week as well through PayPal. So, but yeah.
Thank you, donor.
Thank you, donor. We'll actually read your email next week. But I don't like doing the donation thing because, I gladly will accept them because it does help out. But Amazon is nice and it's impersonal and it's easy because you already use it. It's like you're taking the money from us by not using our link. We would appreciate it if you used it at tfradio.net/Amazon. Bookmark it, add it to your favorites bar, and just use it every time you go. Because you're going to go. Everybody's got to go once in a while.
And Black Friday sales are going to start in just a couple weeks' time, so
That's true. That's
Cyber
true.
Monday.
all the more reason.
So Matt got dropped. Chris, do you want to be Rob?
Well,
What's on TFormers this week, Chris?
I'll try. Well, this week on TFormers, Fans Project rises from the grave for one last Dinobot-shaped gasp. I don't know why
have
this
to do
is
this.
in what's on TFormers and not a main news item.
Actually,
but
that's a good point. So
I'm just reading what's here.
actually, good point. Let me show some photos of it because I accidentally copy and pasted that to the wrong location.
And I have to do this in the Altered Beast voice. Rise from your grave.
So
It's
anybody,
great that they're not dead.
yet. Matt, are you buying this Fans
But
Project?
does anybody care?
Are you buying the Fans Project Dinobot?
I don't care anymore.
He's not.
At this point, no.
Yeah, me neither. So Chris
No,
is robbed now.
That's fine. Yeah, you said I was going to be robbed, and my internet said no, you're not. So
That's funny.
Nice. But yeah, I enjoyed writing that headline in any case.
And it made our.
I was thinking of Matt the whole time.
It made our album art, so I don't know why I put it there, but I did. So there it is.
This is what happens when Kilby does the show notes. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Toys R Us bankruptcy expected to hurt Hasbro's holiday earnings. Because while Hasbro posted a favorable third quarter, unfortunately, Toys R Us's situation is probably going to eat into what should have been a good fourth quarter holiday return for them. So they'll probably still do okay, just not as okay as they thought they would. Okay, so I have a gallery up for Titans Return Slugslinger with Caliburst. I will not deny that I'm looking forward to the Takara one more, partly because of Little Gunman, but I also wanted the Hasbro one because it has its own really interesting set of guns. I'm the worst at not buying redundant toys, apparently. I also have a gallery for Combiner Force Twinferno, which I showed earlier in the episode. Very nice deco, interesting looking, just not a great toy. Okay, so Rob wrote a cool article about the canceled Halloween Horrorcons exclusive from the first go-round of Transformers Universe. This was one of the exclusive sets that Walmart adopted and then canceled.
I don't remember
so we
this.
won't never. Jack didn't either. After the article went up, so it was kind of a fun reminder for a lot of people.
This is awesome.
But it's definitely worth a look, especially if you're not like some of us, where we just like live with all this stuff in our heads all the time. This is a neat insight into what might have been at one point and now never will be. Let's see. I reviewed Optimus Prime issue 12, which came out this week. I also went back around and did a review of Lost Light number 10, which was out about 2 weeks ago. Basically, I've been turned off of Lost Light for most of its run. This issue, to me, felt more like a return to what More Than Meets the Eye was when I enjoyed More Than Meets the Eye. I'm hoping at least the rest of this little story arc will follow suit with that. I'm going to stick with it for at least that long and see how it plays out. But it's Lost Light issue 10, a flashback to the better days of More Than Meets the Eye, and I kind of go over some of my thoughts about the series as a whole and why I feel a little bit different about this. So that could definitely be an interesting read, too. And then we have some good news. LGEX Legends Grand Maximus has met its goal and production will happen.
I get to spend money that I don't need to spend.
Unfortunately,
A whole lot of it.
I believe the pre-order window has closed or is about to close, and I don't think they got far enough to do the Pretender shell. I have not checked tonight, but at least Grand Maximus will exist, so you will have to spend a lot of money anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what's on TFormers this week.
That is amazing. Don, what's on the network this week?
What's on the network this week? Superhero Time presents that one episode of Star Trek, Cat's Paw. Happy Halloween! Mickey pulled an XV this week and picked an episode only he enjoyed, but at least it's themed correctly for the day. The fact the episode itself reminds you of several times. But first, was this the worst episode of Orville so far? And as usual, spoiler-laden gushing about Discovery. It's a good show! Being Awesome with Rob Springer 124. Tugboat wrapped in toilet paper. This week in Awesome... I'm reading what it says. When I read the Rob stuff...
I know, I put it there.
Yeah. This week in Awesome, Halloween season is wrapping up as Rob talks his plans for the big orange day and marathon viewing Stranger Things 2 while enjoying the superpowers that zombie fraps endow. Q&A asks what Decepticon lineup will make for a good Four Horsemen team. Here as Rob's horrible Dusty Rhodes impersonation books this year's Halloween Havoc main event. All this in a bag of rock-hard mallow cream pumpkins.
So Tugboat was a wrestler. So if he was in toilet paper, he would be a mummy.
Thank you.
Also, that zombie fraps thing confused me too at first, because my first thought with fraps is the game capture software.
Yeah.
How was your weekend? Episode 23, 15 Minutes of Fame. On this episode, Wendy and Brian are back just in time for Halloween. More importantly, from some of their own brushes with fame and some of their favorite failed celebrities, the guys talk about 15 Minutes of Fame. RPG Lessons Learned, Episode 26, Exploring Rokugan, L5R D&D 5th Edition. This week, Dusty and Brian are once again joined by Tanner from the Shadow of the Cabal Actual Play podcast. They continue their foray into Rokugan Part 2 of 2.
Awesome. Diecast, any reviews this week?
Last review was the Generation Toy Megatron Tyrant, which is awesome, and you should still check it out if you didn't yet.
Very cool. Hey, so next week, which will be November 8th, we're going to do try to run through, catch up on some feedback that we've gotten, emails, voicemail, probably some stuff that's in the backlog of tweets that I wanted to respond to. So I'm just really bad at marking these things for follow-up, so I'm going to have a concerted effort to catch up.
Now that you've committed to this, we're going to have like this glut of news next week.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, I know. So if you want to get feedback or questions on, you can always email us at contact@tfradio.net. We also have a contact form on the website at tfradio.net. Just click on the toward the top of the page. There's a little square that says contact us. It looks like an envelope skeuomorphically like that, even though people don't really send letters, but that's what it means for the kids.
It's like the whole floppy disk thing.
Yeah. So I forgot who it was. I saw on Facebook where somebody had an actual floppy disk, and somebody thought they had 3D printed
a save button. That's been on Twitter too.
That's funny. But yeah, so you can email us that way, or send us voicemail at 931-994-6268. That's 931-994-6268. It's 931-99-GOBOT. And of course, you can also send us text to that as well. Or you can tweet us at TF Radio. Send us a message. And I will be honest, if you send us a message on Facebook, it may take forever for me to respond to you because I ignore the messages on Facebook. But that's at Facebook.
So maybe don't do that.
Yeah, that's at facebook.com/TF Radio. It's just not where I want to. I don't use Facebook Messenger. Like when people want to communicate to me on Facebook Messenger, I'm like, I hate Facebook Messenger. So if I respond to your Facebook Messenger stuff, it means that I like you.
I just hate Facebook.
Yeah. And we're also on Instagram at TF Podcast. I'm personally on Twitter at BKilby. I'm on Instagram at Brian Kilby. And that's it. Chris, you are on Twitter at ChrisRTXV.
And if you want to find Rob Clay, he's on Twitter at Flailthroughs.
Don, how do people
also on YouTube at Flailthroughs.
This is true. Don, how do people get a hold of you?
And actually, I want to plug, I have a new... I've got a new Flickr account because I want to put my photos someplace where they're not going to get eaten up with bad JPEG compression.
As long as Flickr's there.
Well, whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's true of anything. So, flickr.com/ChrisRTXB.
Really? That's interesting. Okay, cool. Google Photos, that doesn't work well?
It's Google.
I really like Google Photos.
Well, there's always PhotoBucket.
Yeah, there sure is.
I mean, I have an Imager account too, but Imager has bad JPEG compression also. Like, Flickr is the first thing I found that does not recompress the full-size images.
I don't think Google Photos does the full size. I think you can upload maybe even RAW, maybe not. Don, how do people get a hold of you?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Diecast?
I can be reached on Twitter at Diecast2, and then I can also be reached on YouTube at RFC Reviews. You can watch all the reviews that I put up there, and you can follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast.
Cool. Matt?
What?
At Melvar, MELLLVARR, 3 L's, 2 R's, MELLLVARR. He is worth a follow.
And John DeLuna is that John D everywhere that
Everywhere,
matters.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we will be back next week. Thank you for being here on this beautiful November 1st. Coming next week here in the U.S. at least, it'll be dark when I leave work. It'll more or less be dark when I leave. This is the depressing times. But thankfully we have Transformers in our lives to brighten our day.
Yep, Power of the Prime stuff should be out in, probably 6 weeks.
That's pretty sweet. Cool. Okay, we'll be back. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Take care.
I was gonna say I hope Power of the Prime's pre-orders start showing up soon, but then I don't want to commit to spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
There's no point anyway, because it's Wave 1 stuff. You'll be able to go to any store and buy it if you just, wait a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to pre-order.
Although I don't know, because I don't know they have any room for that stuff.
I mean, you'll need a little patience, but it'll go out somewhere. The Generation stuff is still separate from the movie space, so,
Yeah.
it's not like Walmart's inundation with Wave 1 and now 2 is going to necessarily be a barrier.
Jason,
That's so great that Walmart got those stack bases of movie Wave 2. Only took them 6 months.
Yeah. We lost Matt.
Bye, Matt. Can we find that router?
Yeah. I'll do that.
He's dying over there.
Yeah, I know. Let them die.
Jason?
I forgot. It's not important. You just missed my let them die. Never mind. Star Trek 6. The Undiscovered Country. Never trusted Klingons.
Did you
never
see that
will.
price for the Toy World Yellow Devastator?
Nah, because I would never buy it. I don't pay attention.
I put it in the chat. Don, you should click on that.
No, don't need to. I already have it. I got it years ago.
$30? I'm kidding.
The Toy World one?
No, it was the last.
I got it. I got the yellow. It's the yellow TF. I got it at.
What's that in dollars?
No,
$200.
not TFC.
Oh God, no.
I didn't say TFC. I said Toy World. I got the green. I got Hercules in green, and I got the Toy World in yellow.
Gravity Builder? Is that what
Are
that
you
is?
sure you didn't get the Make Toys one?
Okay, wait a minute. What was the link?
Giant?
This they're calling it
Skype chat.
in this. Okay, couple things. One, the name listed is Devastator. That's interesting. It says Toy World, but it also says Thor Toys. Is Thor Toys the seller? Yeah, Thor Toys is the seller.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. When I looked at it, I thought that was the.
It's wrong color.
Yeah. When I looked at it, I thought that was the Make Toys one. I didn't really take a look at it.
It's either the wrong color or my monitor is way off.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
it's the wrong color in that it's not orange.
Yeah,
I was going to
but
say
it's
if this
also
was the orange one.
it's also not on my screen. It looks not super yellow either.
Yeah.
On mine, it's rather yellow. So you may be a little bit off
It's
the
more.
mark there.
It's a little more. It's olive. It's like it's like mustard.
Yeah. It's a very dull yellow.
I'm not getting that.
Yeah, it's not the.
Well, I
it's
mean,
not the super bright yellow of the G2 toys.
Yeah. If that was the orange one, I might be more tempted, just so that way I'd have an orange one in a third mold. So that
That
way,
makes sense.
that way they're not all the same. But
Oh, if they did an orange Hulky, I'd be in so much trouble.
Yeah, you and me both.
Matt, there are so many ways that you are in trouble already. I mean,
So, Chris, we already have some feedback on your Flickr positive reviews.
hey.
hey, Diecast, since we ran short, are we doing There Goes Our Money? Since we ran short or not?
Not tonight. I'm
Okay.
tired.
Okay. Just wondering.
Actually, speaking of, do you guys want to just go ahead and kill the stream?
Well, you're the one with the Switch, so,
Yeah.
that's really your call more than ours.
No, that's John DeLuna. I think he has the Switch because he's always playing Street Fighter V.
No, that would
That's
be on
on
the
the Switch.
PlayStation.
Oh.
Yeah. I have the Switch. It's right here in my right hand. I haven't played it since this weekend.
Now, John will probably have Odyssey on the Switch.
How's that, Brian? Have you been playing it?
Mario Odyssey, I like it. I don't love it. I like
How
it.
does it stack up to Mario 64?
So in my mind, it looks like Mario 64 looked to me in 1996. It's so
mind blowing.
Yeah, so it looks nice. It's fun. It's I can't use my Hori controller because it's painful to use with Switch. I mean with Odyssey. But using the Joy-Cons work fine. But the Hori pad, it completely drops the motion controls and everything, and the motion controls are really integral.
Oh, okay.
For like the camera and everything. Without motion controls, the camera is painful and borderline unplayable for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, people watching live, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream because I've got a lot of stuff I got to do. I got to find Matt's router and a couple other things. So we'll see you next week.
Bye, buddy.
Here you go.